Shalom. I like to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakat Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Salutations and shalom to the Akim and Aqua of the hopeful elect. Lord's willing, I be part of that number. Just coming in the spirit and theme of prophecy. And as I look around, as I'm walking around, I'm just seeing that America is done, you know. And I got a little bit of proof. I got an article and maybe a video and get some scripture, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying. As you can see, it says Americans can't afford Washington's capital regulation plan. Let me see if this video will play. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Alright, Salakia, we're waiting for the video to load. If not, I'll just skim down.
Americans are doing their best to get by, but with an uncertain economy and prices still rising, budgets are stretched thin. And Washington's new capital regulation is another bill Americans can't afford. Basel III Endgame will make loans, utilities, and groceries more expensive and make it harder to access credit. Families, seniors, farmers, and small businesses are already struggling to make ends meet. Washington needs to scrap Basel III Endgame and start over.
Yeah, as you can see, they're passing legislation to make it harder for the everyday working class American. Or working class Babylonian, you know. It says Washington's capital regulation plan carries a real cost for homeowners. Washington's capital regulation plan has a steep price tag for Americans at a time when consumers are already stretched thin and paying more for everyday items, including groceries, gas, and energy bills. This proposal will increase borrowing costs, making it harder for lower and middle income families to buy a car or their first home, for small businesses to secure essential funding to hire more workers, and for farmers to take out loans for next year's crops. Hold on, let me get a quick scripture. Yeah, like the men of the Lord been trying to tell you, Esau gonna come down with that hammer, and he's not gonna let up. And now look, Washington plans on passing that proposal plan, that legislation, to make it harder for everyday Americans. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. Yeah, and that's the curses. That's part of the curses. You know, you can read about that in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. Talking about how we'll be subject to the lender. Matter of fact, let me get one. Hold on. The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15, you read the heading, it says consequences of disobedience. This is all happening because the children of the Most High, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you were disobedient. It says, verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments, and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Yeah, and the strangers is talking about those other nations. They come over here and they get business loans, and they open up their business right in Jake's neighborhood, Northern and Southern Kingdom. Verse 44, he shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Yeah, and that's what you see going on. There's no way that those small hats, those gutter rats in the land of Israel is the true people of the Lord. Because they're the ones that own everything. They own Hollywood, they own the banks, they own the schools, they own the prisons, they own everything. They own the media to keep out, they own the media to keep out what's really happening around the world. Let me see if there's any more to read. The Capital Regulation Plan, also known as Base 3 Endgame Proposal, will require banks to maintain nearly 30% more capital, resulting in increased borrowing costs for lower and middle income Americans. Federal regulators have not properly considered how this proposal will impact Americans across the country, especially those in underserved communities. The state of the U.S. economy is uncertain as Americans face increasing inflation and higher prices. Now is not the time to bring higher costs to consumers and small businesses. Actually, now is the time, because the Lord has already spoken of the judgment of this place. This place is going down. And get a quick scripture just to substantiate that. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. I can do six. Start at 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Yeah, recompense means a payback. For all the lying, the stealing, the robbery, the murder, the cheating that Babylon has done. When I say Babylon, I'm talking about you Edomites, you so-called white people. For everything that you've done, the Lord's going to render you a recompense. You know, like it says in the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, 10th chapter, because of injuries and deceit and riches got by deceit, that the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And that's what you see, that's what you see the beginning stages of that taking place. This is, we skip down to verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Yeah, that's what you're seeing. The cost of living is going to increase for food, gas, you know, to commute to and from work. All of that's going to increase. Why? Because people are going to ditch the dollar. You're going to have hyperinflation. You're going to have inflation. You have inflation now, but then you're going to have hyperinflation. A loaf of bread soon is going to cost 3 to 4 times as much as it does now. Gas, electric, everything. Before I close, I got I looked up. I got this article, Salakia. Oh, I gotta type it in. As far as the de-dollarization, says, and watch your guru, says 100, and as you can see, it says 159 countries set to adopt BRICS new payment system. And BRICS, you know, if you don't know, that stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. All these countries are ditching the dollar. They're not dealing in the dollar anymore. Amid the alliance's continued efforts to create a swift alternative, the Economic Alliance has sought to create its very own BRICS payment system. It will play a major role in the alliance trade dealings, specifically allowing unilateral settlement to be done without the need for the US dollar. The move is poised to be vital for the bloc and participating nations, and it appears that there will be a lot of them. According to one Russian official, there are already 159 countries seeking to adopt the system currently. With a potential launch coming in October, it could have massive global market ramifications. Yeah, and that's what majority of the Americans, the Babylonians, don't know. These other nations, they don't want to, these other countries rather, nations, countries, they don't want to deal with America. They're tired of America. America, all they do is put sanctions on people when you don't agree with them. I'm talking about them small hats. The whole world is tired of Esau. And it's clearly evident. It says countries flock to BRICS payment system as swift opposition emerges. The past several years have seen the BRICS alliance committed to enhanced de-dollarization efforts. With the impact of Western sanctions on Russia, the move is a clear promotion of local currency and alternative settlement methods. Although many have been skeptical, there is no denying its popularity to this point. According to Russia's central bank governor, Elvira Nabiullina, if that's how you say it, 159 countries are ready to adopt the BRICS payment system when it goes live. Indeed, these foreign participants are looking to explore an expansion to Russia's system for transmitting financial messages platform. Yeah, so they're going full-fledged with this plan. The payment system has become increasingly important for the alliance. The mechanism is a priority for the upcoming BRICS 2024 summit, according to the head of Russia's BRICS Presidency Council, Victoria Panov. And you could pause it and read the rest of it. But yeah, these people are moving full-fledged with this plan to collapse the dollar. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull that up. It says in Wikipedia, de-dollarization refers to countries reducing reliance on the US dollar as a reserve currency, medium of exchange, or as a unit of account. Yeah, so they don't want nothing to do with America. And this is beautiful news. This just means that we're one step closer to getting into the kingdom of heaven. But like it says in Acts the 14th chapter, we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of heaven, performing the souls. Roughly paraphrasing. So yeah, just another update. Lord's will, you was edified. And until next time, I say shalom.